ability to cut off the ring is more, and he's bigger and stronger, and I think there's a risk there for Crawford. But this is why you tune in, right? Crawford keeps doing the amazing.
Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez are set to restore boxing's prestige after the spectacle of Mike Tyson and Jake Paul's so-called fight. That was entertainment, not sport. Now, Crawford and Canelo step in to remind fans what true greatness in the ring looks like, bringing back the skill, heart, and authenticity boxing truly deserves.
For the big fight, Crawford-Canelo, now we're preparing for this. You want to do everything, Crawford.
Their May 2025 clash honors boxing's legacy, showcasing a pure, untainted battle defined by skill, heart, and true greatness.
Yo, Turk, tell him we going for Canelo next. Yes! Let's go! Canelo, come on!
These two undisputed champions, Crawford and Canelo, are stepping into the ring not for clout, but to cement their status as boxing royalty. The Tyson-Paul fiasco will be a forgotten blip once these legends deliver a masterclass that leaves us in awe. Get ready for a fight so genuine, so epic, it will dominate every conversation in the boxing world.
Text me yesterday if it's possible to talk about the Crawford fight from February or meet to yesterday here in Los Angeles.
Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, two undisputed champions from completely different weight classes, are set to share one stage that could redefine the boundaries of boxing. If Crawford's 2023 domination of Errol Spence Jr. was legendary, this fight promises to elevate the sport to an entirely new level of greatness.
Whole fight, realistically left your mind once he said he's not interested, or you still pursuing it?
Not at all. I think business talk.
At 36, Terence Crawford is defying age and expectations. Don't be fooled by the number. He's a beast in the ring. As the first fighter in the four-belt era to hold undisputed titles in two weight divisions, Crawford isn't just making history. He's rewriting it. He didn't just beat Errol Spence Jr. in 2023. He dismantled him with a 9th-round TKO, making it look like a sparring session. Crawford's been dominating weight classes like levels in a video game. And now he's jumping a staggering 21 pounds to face Canelo Alvarez. It's not just ambitious, it's borderline insane. But if anyone can do it, it's Bud.
A man coming from 147, I know he's a great man. Crawford is a great man and a great warrior. But you come from 147 to put on a better fight than Charlo. I don't even know what that means. I don't know if that means that Crawford is so great and he can do that, or that means that Charlo set the bar so damn low that any...
Let's talk about Canelo Alvarez, the 33-year-old king of the super middleweight division. With an incredible record of 59-2-2 and 39 knockouts, he's been dominating the 168-pound division like an unstoppable force. Last year, he made easy work of Jaime Munguia and Edgar Berlanga, barely breaking a sweat. Canelo's power, precision, and adaptability make him a lethal opponent, and he's shown he can handle bigger fighters. Sure, Dimitri Bivol gave him trouble, but let's not dwell on that. Canelo remains one of the most dangerous and versatile fighters in the sport.
Ali Sheikh say that he sent you an offer, possibly to face Crawford for coming up here. Is that true, or what happened with that?
No, I don't have any offer. And look, I'm 100% focused on this fight.
Why does this fight matter so much? It's more than a clash of champions. It's about legacy. Terence Crawford is stepping up 2 weight classes, bringing his speed and technical brilliance to face Canelo Alvarez's size and raw power. This is the kind of fight where careers are defined, elevated, or broken. And then there's Saudi Arabia, the land of oil wealth and limitless resources, making this historic bout possible. Rumors of record-breaking paydays are swirling. And in boxing, record-breaking is never small change. The Saudis have been pouring money into combat sports like it's monopoly cash. And this fight is shaping up to be their ultimate crown jewel.
I think that Crawford could beat him because Crawford is a big 147 fighter and is strong as well, which a lot of people don't give him the credit.
Let's not pretend this will be easy for Crawford. He already moved up to 154 pounds and took out Israel Madrimov to claim the WBA world title. Impressive, no doubt. But 168 pounds is a whole different challenge. Adding 14 more pounds to his frame isn't just a jump, it's a gamble. The big question is how much of his speed, stamina, and power will hold up when he's carrying the equivalent of 2 Thanksgiving dinners into the ring.
Bringing up Canelo, I think that's weird, you know, because you'd have to gain like, what, 20 pounds?
Yeah.
But they say that's the money fight. That's the mega fight. That's the money fight. That's the only thing that makes sense for Terence Crawford.
Well, you know what I mean? Catch weight. We can do something at a catch weight.
What weight you think?
I like 160 or something.
You said you said 154 is the highest you want to go.
Yeah, 150.
Experts are already weighing in and opinions are divided. David Benavides, who knows a thing or two about fighting bigger opponents, believes Crawford is biting off more than he can chew. On the other hand, Demetrius Andrade acknowledges Crawford's incredible skills, but admits that Canelo's size and agility might be too much to handle. These aren't just casual takes, they're legitimate concerns. Meanwhile, Canelo hasn't exactly been eager to make this fight happen. Initially, he dismissed the idea, saying it wasn't the right move. Honestly, his hesitation makes sense. If he wins, critics might say Crawford was too small. But if he loses, the internet would have an absolute field day. Enter Saudi Arabia. The Saudis, with their deep pockets, flashed a massive payday, and suddenly Canelo is reconsidering. Recently, he hinted he's open to the fight if the price is right.
What do you think about Terence Crawford calling out Canelo?
You know, I don't like that fight.
Why not?
I don't like that fight. It's just too much.
Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez is the kind of showdown that could redefine boxing history. Crawford, a technical mastermind who dissects opponents like puzzles, faces Canelo, a powerhouse reigning over the 168-pound division with dominance. This fight isn't just about titles or even money, though let's be honest, the payday matters. It's about legacy, risks, and a stage grand enough to showcase the greatness of 2 undisputed champions. It's boxing at its most epic and historic.
To come to fruition, you see that being competitive, still even with the 21-pound difference, Jim?
And if I'm Crawford, I don't want to have to go up to 168 pounds to get the fight. I want to somehow gull Canelo into thinking that it's okay to fight him at, best of all possible.
Let's start with Crawford. He's a master of adaptability. Against Errol Spence Jr., he didn't just win. He delivered a one-sided performance that made it feel like Spence had wandered into the wrong sport. Crawford landed 50% of his power punches, while Spence landed just 13%. That's not dominance. It's a boxing clinic. And it's not just Spence. Crawford does this to everyone. He finds your weakness mid-fight, exploits it, and makes it look effortless. Crawford's move up in weight has been, let's say, an adventure. Against Israel Madrimov, he completely altered his style, becoming more aggressive and less reliant on his usual movement. Trading punches with a bigger opponent was a bold strategy, but it worked, sort of. While he won, it raised doubts about how well his power will translate to higher weight classes. At 168 pounds, Crawford is entering uncharted territory, where fighters aren't just bigger. They're built to absorb the kind of punches that would flatten smaller opponents. And let's not ignore the elephant in the room. Crawford hasn't been knocking out bigger guys the way he did in lower divisions. Facing someone like Canelo, who has made a career out of taking huge shots, could pose a serious challenge.
For the big fight, Crawford, Canelo, now we're preparing for this. You want to do everything, Crawford.
Canelo's ability to cut off the ring and apply relentless pressure is unmatched. He's taken down technical fighters, power punchers, and everyone in between, boasting a 65% knockout rate at 168 pounds. His power alone forces opponents to second-guess their decisions in the ring. However, he's not invincible. His punch output has started to dip in later rounds, and against a mobile fighter like Crawford, that could be a significant issue. We saw this against Dimitri Bivol, where Canelo struggled to keep up with a more agile opponent. If Crawford can exploit this weakness, we could have a truly competitive fight on our hands.
Power. You worry about no power? Yeah. We're not to roll with punches. We're not to take power. You take your power away from me. How you taking power from me? Take the power away from a puncher. Let's go. But no, I ain't gonna tell you. You should know.
Slide off, you know, take something off the shot here and there.
That's what
Experts have plenty to say about this matchup. David Benavidez believes Crawford is stepping into dangerous territory, facing bigger fighters at 168 pounds who can absorb punches that would flatten welterweights. Canelo's experience at this weight could ultimately be the deciding factor. Demetrius Andrade, a big fan of Crawford's technical skills, isn't convinced either. While he respects Crawford's game, he doesn't see him overcoming Canelo's size, strength, and adaptability. Meanwhile, Saudi promoters are throwing around cash like it's nothing, offering each fighter between $50 million and $100 million. Yes, you read that right. The Saudis are building a reputation for hosting mega events, and this fight aligns perfectly with their vision. It's not just about the money. It's about putting boxing on the global stage and making fights like this a reality.
For the biggest fight in the game.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, like when you looking at Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis, this is the next thing.
For Crawford, this fight is about proving that skill can outweigh size. A win would cement his place as one of the greatest pound-for-pound fighters in history. He's not just chasing a payday, he's chasing history. But let's be real. This is the biggest challenge of his career, and the odds are heavily stacked against him. For Canelo, it's about silencing the doubters. A victory over Crawford would add yet another legendary achievement to his already impressive resume. Canelo thrives on taking risks, whether it's moving up in weight to face bigger opponents or taking on technically superior fighters. He's never backed down from a challenge. So what's the deal? Fans are divided. Canelo's size, power, and experience make him the favorite, but Crawford's speed, technique, and adaptability make him a wild card. This fight is as unpredictable as it gets, and that's what makes it so thrilling. Everyone has an opinion, but nobody really knows how it will unfold until these two step into the ring. This isn't just another fight, it's a moment in boxing history, a clash between two undisputed champions, each with everything to lose and even more to gain. And with Saudi money fueling the event, it's looking increasingly likely. This could be the fight of the century, one that boxing fans will talk about for decades. Buckle up.